My people, my people, my people. The saga continues. It seems like this is still a prevalent issue. Personally, I think it's a healthy discussion. We have a lot of back and forth, a lot of attacks, a lot of embellishments on this video game situation with the youth, with the young children and everything. You got people that already got like little beefs with each other, so they're using this as a vehicle to hyperextend the actual length of the curl that is this subject. You know what I mean? Well, I'm here on some straight cooler heads type shit. I'm not trying to clap at Christ Council. I'm not trying to clap at LA, of course. None of that shit. I'm just trying to extrapolate this topic and speak of it on a realistic level that's easily digestible and such, which is the reason why, if I find that I have time tonight, I'm going to do a show on this topic. And we are going to be exploring the laws pertaining to adults and children playing video games online with each other. The laws pertaining to having them on your friends list, all of that stuff. The laws pertaining to even the statistics, rather, of the young kids that slip through the cracks where their parents may not be that diligent and militant, and that shows these young kids, we talking like 12 years old, 13, stuff like that, and younger, that are on adult video games like your Call of Duty Modern Warfares, your GTA 5s, and all of that. You know what I mean? Even when I did my last video talking about this, the one where I was walking around like I'm doing now, I looked up some stuff that I'm also going to go into later if I do the show, pertaining to the creeps and how they use the online game system as a vehicle to try to get at little kids. You know what I mean? But here's something I noticed. I think I saw it on LA with the Mike Mills show, whatever. I'm just going to speak in general terms here. I ain't trying to like clap at anybody or anything. You had a couple people on the panel getting at LA for playing games with the, with the little shorty, the 12-year-old, whatever. And then you had a young lady, when I say young, I mean 30 plus, you know what I'm saying, but still a young lady, on the thing saying that she herself was engaging with shorty and engages with the babies, so to speak, in the online video games as well. Now, if people sincerely felt disgusted or thought that there was an issue with just playing with the little kids in general, if that in itself is an issue, then how come y'all didn't right away say, oh, wait a minute, how the heck are you doing that? All the while you're still going on rambling about, or, speaking about the very subject about adults playing with the online games, and you had a girl that gets on there and let y'all know that she's rocking out with the kids too. Now, I don't see anything wrong with it, with adults playing with games on the online forum in a public environment. I see nothing wrong with it. But if y'all that was on the panel and hosting the show, if y'all sincerely saw that as an issue, that was your whoa, wait a minute moment. And she should have been called out for doing the very same thing. It's little examples like that, it pluck at the sincerity of that particular issue. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I want to really go into more elaborate detail and do some research, statistics, rules, laws, legislation, and the such and the like. Because it's an understandable, clear divide. You know what I mean? Now, I don't see anything wrong with adults playing online games with the kids. However, I could understand people that do see something wrong with that, especially those that are, not of the current climate of the video game culture. You know what I'm saying? Those that are just looking at this and all of this stuff is like new to you. You know what I mean? I mean, heck, if you take if it was 1984 and you got the kids, little 10, 12-year-olds playing games, and some big grown-ass adult man gets up on there, it might absolutely look funny style. You know what I'm saying? That's a fair point. You know what I mean? But the way social media works, This is the era. It's the information age. It's also the social media era that connects a lot of people virtually. You know what I'm saying? So that virtual connection, it nullifies a lot of the bull crap that could go on maybe in 1984, where the guy's buying the kid a pizza and getting him on the game and talking to him, maybe rubbing his back or some weirdo shit. I don't want to go into the weirdo lane, but you know. So the online shit, it nullifies a lot of that. There's a whole lot of space and non-opportunity for the creeps to get down like creeps. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'll just say in general, because I have been thinking about this issue a little something. It seems like there are easy rules that could just be applied between the adults and the children. For example, like what LA said, he says when he gets on there with the shorties, he's not talking about a whole bunch of rah-rah, a whole bunch of silliness, a whole bunch of cursing and stuff like that. Great rule to imply, or great rule to initiate when you got the shorties or the babies on the games. Absolutely. Another great rule for the shorties out there, and this is what I said before. You know what I'm saying? For the adults that are engaging with the kids, these are things you should tell them. Tell them never, because this is what I read online, what the creeps do. They start soliciting these kids to send them pictures, offering them money and stuff like that. So you tell the babies, look, if ever any of these people that you playing online games with start asking you for pictures or offering you money or asking questions that are too personal, the specific region you live in, send me a picture, such and such, you know, like have a list of no-nos that you just do not answer, and then you, how the little Webster little dude said, run, go, and tell someone you trust or something like that. That is when you take advantage of this online realm that may be harder to do in 1984 when you got the guy right next to you. You take advantage of that block button. You take advantage of that report button. You know what I'm saying? So the young kids out there, if ever an adult tries to solicit you in any type of way or get too close and personal with you, you take advantage of the security that you do have by way of it being a virtual world and not having them up direct, close, and personal to you. You know what I'm saying? So, I just want to go and delve deeper into this issue, and I'll do my little research. I'll share whatever I find, and then I'll open up a panel where anybody related to the thing, Christ Council, LA, Mike Mills, MIDI, anybody that has words about this shit in any type of way could come through, express yourself, express your viewpoint, stuff like that. But me personally, I think the fact that it is a virtual world, the same virtual world that makes it easier for predators to find their prey, for the creeps, on the flip side of the token, is the same world that makes it harder for these predators and creeps to get at their prey. Yes, on a social level, it gives them a better outlet, more tentacles where they could reach out and communicate with people. However, that same distance gives a block button, it gives a report button. You know what I'm saying? It does all of that type of stuff. So I'm gonna cut this off, and if I have time, because I have a lot of work and a lot of stuff I have to do and whatnot.